What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy vctrfs coming at you with another episode today. Okay, before we get into the market watch, guys, I'm gonna say Firewall Dragon is now $40. He went from $80 to $40. So hopefully nobody ordered that card at $80. Because I was getting a lot of PMs. People were hitting me up on Facebook going, "Hey man, Firewall Dragon, what do you think that card's gonna be as far as pre-order price?" And I always said $30 to $40. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be $30 to $40. And I think it's after the first week, it'll maintain its price point. Then it's going to drop for a while, and then it's going to slowly climb back up. And then at that point, we might see its inevitable drop. That's the whole trend. I could literally get a fucking graph and show you this card's price on the graph. I did not believe, for instance, this card was going to be an $80 card. I don't think nobody believed that. I saw some really silly PMs on other Facebook groups talking about how this card's going to be like $6. I'm hoping they're kidding. Anyway, I want to do this market watch, by the way. I talk about cards that are going to be in our upcoming meta, cards that might be in our upcoming meta, cards that people are already specking on, cards that people are looking at, cards that people are talking about. Let's start getting everyone into the same page as fast as possible, so you guys can go on and might get cards early before they might spike up, or might sell cards that you have that might spike down. I think I just want to get everyone on, as far, on the same boat as far as that. And right off the back, we're looking at Spellbook of Fate Ultimate Rare. This card was a buyout card, by the way. The Ultra Rare was a buyout card. And I think people sold the ultra rare, and this is why you don't buy a secondary kind of a rarity. You don't buy a card that, oh, that's the highest rarity, I'll buy the second from it, unless it's something insane like a retro pack card, which is like a $300 card. Yeah, no, buy the ulti over that, obviously. But when you do a buyout, you don't buy on ultra rare. It blows my mind when people do that. It's annoying as hell, and I think it's nonsensical. It doesn't really show. You're not gonna make money. Buying it like that. But Spellbook of Fate Ultimate Rare coming from Abyss Rising, guys. Unlimited it's coming at about $11. Its price point did jump up a little bit right here, as you guys can see. This is when the ultra rare buyout was happening. Right, as what I mentioned. This is when OT Spellbook of Fate is going to open value. Now, someone's asked. I had a couple of people asking me as well. Do I think Spellbook of Fate is going to maintain its ultimate value price? No, obviously not. I think this card is not going to maintain its price. This card has to put so much work in the upcoming meta. It is not going to happen. Rudra and Secrets are the spellbooks you're looking for. Fate, not happening, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong, but I cannot see this card being played. I don't even understand why this card was bought out in the first place. But guys, there it is right there, $11. First edition name is coming out about $11.36. Up next, which is a Prophecy. Now, this card actually went up a little bit in value, but it's still at the $20 price point. I think last time I talked about this card, it was at $20. You could get this card ultra rare for like $1 to like $3. So it's up to you how you want to do it. If you are already who like myself, you obviously want the OT. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of technical files in the OCG playing one of this card, so I'm not sure how everyone wants to go about getting this card or playing this card. But in the OCG, they play one. So I mean, it's gonna be really interesting to see this card being played in the upcoming meta. Unless you want to play just True Draco, Spellbooks, fuck the Invoked. I mean, that's a real thing too. In that case, I think it runs through this. But looking at price point, we got $20 right here. Lightning Plate is $24. Nearmint's about $32, which is pretty insane. I highly doubt you're gonna want to get a Nearmint one of these if you want it for personal play. You're not gonna want to invest in this because it already had its price spike. So it's up to you guys if you want to get this card or do you want to get the one that's like $1. Up next, Spellbook of Secrets on an ulti card that actually looks like it's about to go up in price trends. If you look at the end tip of it, it's actually doing a little bit, about to do a little bit of a curve. Unlimited Lightning Plate is $25. Unlimited Near Mint is about $28. Once again, you go for the Lightning Plate. This was a $30 card that, to me, I felt like it dropped $5. But looking at it over here, first edition Near Mint's coming about $35.96. There's no first edition Lightning Plate though, which is really interesting. I want to know what that price point is. I'm thinking that price point is going to be at the $30 mark. I think that perhaps for the price point, people will be looking at this card. I really do feel like Spellbook of Secrets Ultimate Rare is a card that everyone's going to be wanting because it's I mean, Ultra Rare is nice, and I'm glad we finally got an Ultra Rare reprint. But the Spellbook of Secrets Ultra Rare is it's just better. Just please trust me on that. Go to your locals, find someone with the card, hold it, play around with it. It really is better. But if you look at my other video I had before, another market video I had previously, I showed you guys that you go on eBay and buy the German Ultras, which, I mean, it's up to you guys how you like it, but I think German Ultras are gorgeous too. Up next, Spellbook of Power Ulti. This card's always been, by the way, and someone hit me up about this. He goes, why is Spellbook of Power so much money? No, please. This card's always been money. This card's always been anywhere from like $35 to $40 mark. This is not new for Spellbook of Power, so please don't see Spellbook Oh, I already forgot already. Don't see this spellbook of Fate, and don't see spellbook of Power and go, I'm gonna pick up those two because I need those for my deck. Please, no, it's these aren't the cards you really need to care about. I mean, could they be you know, worthwhile in the meta? Possibly. I just don't think they are. Looking at other deck lists, I don't see them being worthwhile in the meta, and you know, it's up to you guys how you want to do this. But I mean, you want to drop $35, $38 for a card that may or may not be good? For that, just go. There's so many other cards you can put your money into. You can put your time into thinking about working it. I think it's a lot better. But this could this be in the meta? Sure. I just don't see it happening. Up next, One Witch Ice Spell. This was an $8 card, and now it's starting to go down a little bit. It's about $7.50 roughly for this card. If you look over here in price range, it had a weird curvature, and now it's starting to go down a little bit. But let me explain to you the reason why. Because every time I talk about True Draco, One Witch Invoke, people look at me like I'm crazy. People go, no, it's not True Draco, One Witch Invoke. It's just True Draco, Invoke. Wrong. Here, let me explain it to you. Go back in the OCG and watch their previous deck list, and watch when they had Masterpiece unlocked. Watch when they had Diagram unlocked in their deck list. It was always True Draco, One Witch Invoke. At one point, it was just True Draco, One Witch with a spellbook engine in them. So please, don't go back and check it out. I'm telling you that don't believe me. Just go back and look at the deck list. That will literally show you it was True Draco, One Witch Invoked, Spellbook. That's why I always say that long term, because that's what the deck was. It's hard to fit those cards in the deck. And looking at OCG deck lists that have topped and have came first place, it's just hard to look and go, man, this kid building his deck must have been just losing his goddamn mind. Cause it's not easy fitting 4 mechanics, 4 archetypes in one deck, 140 card deck. It's insane. But no, it played this, and it played this, and it did it pretty well. And I think this is really nifty because you could just go into a Crystal Wing first turn that's unkillable for the most part, and do your other plays. Do your Crystal Wing, go into whatever, go into a Masterpiece and sit back and go, cool, bro, play with that, have fun with that. And they mess with you. Next turn, you get to go into your Invoke plays. You got your Spellbook plays to help you plus. It's a lot of versatility. I personally haven't fully tested that guy. I played around with it for a little bit. And I think it's really good, guys. And I'm dead serious. If you're just looking at One Witch Invoked, you're not. I mean, you're looking at a True Draco Invoked. You're not looking at One Witch, guys. Check it out, guys. It's really interesting. Let's also look at the other One Witch Glass Spell. She's also about $3. She actually went up in price. And this is another card that was like $1, $2 for the longest while, and she's starting to go up in price, guys. So I'm just trying to get you guys in on on the ground floor. This is a card you want to consider checking out. Invocation. Look at this dance. Look at this dance it's doing. It's doing a wave. Invocation currently right now is about $35. I think this, I was talking to some guys. I was like, hey, you know what? It might go down. It might not. And now I'm almost convinced right now, right here, that Invocation is going to be maintaining its $35 price point. I think we're beyond saving this card from its $19 previous price point a long time ago. Invocation, it's a needed card. People are playing too. And True Draco Invoked, possibly One Witch, is going to be a deck that you're going to want to either test against or test or make. And I think a lot of players have these kind of cards, so I think we're going to see a lot of this deck around. So keep eye out for this. Up next, Magical Meltdown. I just want to talk about it really quickly, guys. It's been shooting up in the price trend. It's about $3 for one officially in mint. So if you have extra ones lying around, I know this card was another card that was just when everyone cracked the crap, opened the crap out of Fusion Forces. This was a card that people took and was like, okay, cool, I already have 3 because they're easy to get. But they're $3 now. So if you have them, you can sell them as fast as possible, make some good money. Look at that jump in price trends, guys. Up next, Invoke Mechaba. Looks like it's about to go up a little bit more, actually. I thought it was going to sink down some more, but here it's going up again. It's about $20 roughly for Invoke Mechaba. The most expensive Invoke monster. I personally believe it should have been Raging. I thought Raging should have been the short print, because that card, in my opinion, is miles better than Mechaba. Mechaba's good, don't get me wrong, but Raging is just insane. But now looking at it, we see Invoke Mechaba, and we see decks running 2, and some even running 3 Invoke Mechaba. So that's really interesting to see, guys. Up next, Consider Telling Me M7. This card, the only reason I'm talking about this card right now, the only reason I'm talking about this card from Dual Terminal 7 is I kind of mentioned it a while ago, and it dipped down in price, and I was like, wow, no one didn't see it. I just ordered myself one the other day, and I'm dead serious. $6.50 for a near mint Consider Telling Me M7. Please look at all the, if you are making Invoked, or you, I mean, I think Trixes might even be running one of these. This is a card that's going to be ran in the future, and if you don't have one, for $6.50 to get a dual tone one, a nice rarity one, Jesus, that's cheap. I mean, like I said, if you want one that's dirt cheap, please don't worry about it. I got your back. 32 cents for lightly played trade from Gold Series. The ultra rare is from Dual Saga is another one that's 22 cents. Secret rare is like $2. It's up to you guys, but for $6.50, that's what I went. I said a couple of bucks, I get something that's a little bit more nicer in my deck. Sure, why not? And it's gonna be in the main deck. click. There we go. Skullmeister from Star Trek Blast, guys, is coming around 18, 19 bucks roughly. That's insane. Its price is actually slowly declining due to the fact that Skullmeister is confirmed we're getting a reprint of this card. So if you have this card, I'm dead serious. You might want to sell it. I know some people we're seeing it played a lot in the OCG, so it's up to you whether you want to keep it or you want to not keep it. I think it's a card that should be sold for $19 because it's gonna get a reprint, and by the time you really need this card, most likely it'll be around regional time. If you need this card, if this card still has viability during the regional format. If not, you have a $19 card in your deck right now. Each. We have 3. Another one, Cosmic Cyclone. This card cannot stop tanking, and it's getting at a price where I'm starting to feel more comfortable buying this card for myself, for my personal use. I said it before. I said this card was like $26 to $28 at one point, and I go trade it in for an OTMST, trade it in for guaranteed value, because the OTMST is guaranteed value. I mean, literally. Can we just hold on a second? Let me just do something. And this is not to rub shit, shit in no one's nose. I just really want to. I just really want to see. We'll go to highest price because obviously it's the highest price MST. Yeah, it's still $20-something, and it went up a little more in value, guys. This was the investment you should have went on. This is what you should have traded your Galaxy Cyclones for. Cosmic Cyclones, I'm sorry, Cosmic Cyclones for. This is what it was right here. $28. This card actually went up a little bit in value, guys. At one point, this card was $24, and Cosmic Cyclone was $28. You're telling me you couldn't trade your Cyclones for OTMSTs? Even to a vendor, they would have ran at that. Guys, I mean, I'm not saying this is a bad card by all means. I'm just saying MST had longer viability and was a long-lasting card, and it proved to be. That's all I'm saying, guys. Now, Cosmic Cyclone, as far as the price point, I'm going to pull the trigger in for this card, because obviously this card's so CG, so obviously I would like to get the Secret Rares over the reprint tints. How I feel personally in my main deck. I'm not sure how you guys feel, but I think that Cosmic Cyclone, as far as the price point to run in and buy this, is anywhere from the $7 to $8 mark. And I honestly truly think it's going to be hitting that price. It's not stopping from falling, and it might be hitting that price soon, so guys, keep an eye out for that. Up next, High Speed. It actually looks like it's about to drop down a little bit in price over here in price trends. It's showing a little bit, but right now currently it's about $15 to $16 for this card. Really interesting though. But here's the funny thing about High Speed Chambara. It actually went up a little bit in value before it's starting to drop down in value. So we don't know if it's gonna drop down hard. We don't know if it's gonna just do a small dip and then shoot back up like it did kind of over here. As you can see, it did a little dip and then shot up some more. So this is a really interesting card. I don't know whether to buy or sell this card to tell you guys as far as that, but this is a really interesting card. If you have this card, I mean, I always sell this card when I get it, but it's up to you guys. Up next, Unending Nightmare is a card that just, look at it, it's about to dip again in price trends. Guys, $5.29. All I'm going to say for you guys is if you don't have your playset, you're doing it wrong. If you don't have this card as a playset, I mean, we want to discuss investing. As a playset, you're doing this wrong. I think this card's a phenomenal card. I think this card's going to be seen a lot in the meta in the future. And I really do feel like if you don't have this card, you're going to be buying this card a lot when it does back up in price. It's almost guaranteed. Excuse me. Up next, Dimensional Barrier is actually stabilizing the price. It's about a $19 card for around 1 minute near mint. First Edition near mint's gonna come up a little bit around $20, guys. This is another card that I think that's still good in our meta. A lot of players are like, no, the barrier's dead. It stops one mechanic out of all the other mechanics in the game. When you just flip it, it just nulls everything else. But because of links, it's gonna be a bad card. Incorrect. I think this would be a great card, guys. Please, don't get ever. Someone commented saying I was shitting on this card. I'm just telling you guys. I think it's gonna be a great card. I just think the price point is still too high. This is getting a reprint. We're gonna come back to this card probably in the future when it's a little bit lower than $19. I'm gonna come back to this card probably when it's around the $14 mark, and guarantee you that's not gonna take a long while. Up next, we're talking about Grinder Golem. Bleh. This is coming up in an upcoming deck list. I think Magicians kind of plays. I could be wrong though. But this is an upcoming deck list. Magicians that people are playing in the OCG. I think people are starting to look towards this card in TCG. This is from Legendary Collection 2, by the way. Legendary Collection 2 Common, I should really emphasize. For almost $5 for this card. The tokens are 71 cents, which is hilarious. The tokens actually go up more in value. But looking at the Super Rare, it's $4. The Common is more than a Super Rare. I don't know why. I don't care why. I'm just letting you guys know that a Common card is almost $5. So go to your locals, go into the quarter box. You get this card. For quarters, you get a $5 card that you could trade or sell. That's increasing in price. Let's look at the Jesse Anderson. Was that increasing too? Actually, Jesse Anderson kind of stabilized, but going back to the common one, that one's increasing. I don't know why, and once again, I don't care why. It's a $4 to $5 card that you can get for quarters in your locals. Pretty interesting, guys. Up next, Blackwing Gofu the Vague Shadow. Now, this card's showing, if you see this in price trends, and this is where it's a little bit tricky. If you see this in price trends, you're going, wow, Blackwing spiking. Gofu is going crazy. I need to get in on this. Wrong. You need to sell this. And let me explain why. because this was previously, if you watch my previous Market Watch video, here's it. I knew he still has it. This was previously a $25 card. This was a card that someone did a buyout on, which was idiotic due to the fact that OTS Pack 4s are still all over the place. You can easily buy them right now. You can buy them on eBay. You can buy them all over the place. Easily. Stores, what I mean by that as well. Players can buy on eBay as well. I'm just saying that OTS Pack Gofu was in abundance, and someone did a buyout and reproduced its price for $25, as you can see right here. People went on real soon after that buyout was done, and went to 9, went to 8, went to 7, 6, and now we're at the $5 point. Gofu is a $2 card, so please, if you have this card and you want to get rid of it for fast cash, no, sell it. This guy has 22 of them at $6, pretty funny. But no, you don't want to sell it, because this card isn't something that's going to have its price point. It's not going to maintain its price point. Unload it, guys. Trust me. You're making money for no reason other than someone did a botch buyout. Dual Alliance is another great card. Here, as you can see here in price trend, Dual Alliance actually was higher in price. It's going down lower in price. And this is the very few times I'm going to say it. This card might actually creep back up in price due to the fact that Pendulum Magicians might see play in the upcoming meta. I was talking about House of Champs about this the other night. He was telling me all these cool combos, all these cool card plays. And House of Champs has a great point. And I think that point and that meta call might actually impact this card. Meaning that this card actually might go up in price from $7. I know for the longest while I said it was going to go lower in price, but I honestly do think this card's going to be going up in price. By the way, let me just stop real quickly right here, because I made a comment in another video, and someone hit me up on that comment, and someone tried calling me out for something. And let me explain something to you. I said the diagram was going to be at 3, and I said the diagram was going to be at 1, and then the guy's like, this is bullshit. He said the diagram was going to be at 3. Let me explain something to you, because I just want to hit nails in the butt real quickly, guys. When I say something, and then I go and I change my point as far as like card prices, as far as what to buy, what to sell, what to trade, what to keep, when I explain that to you guys, it's because that's post knowledge. Meaning, at one point I might think diagram was going to be good, and another point I might think diagram is going to be gone. Could I change back to it? Of course. But at that point, the most upcurrent thing I say is probably the thing you want to consider. The reason why is because other factors factor into it. The OCG meta, our current TCG meta, the world's ban list, that all factor into my decision on thinking of how diagram might be getting hit on our ban list and limited to 1. Now, I could be wrong, by the way. It was a ban list prediction, in case you guys forgot. But I just want to emphasize the fact that if I say buy a card and the next day I say sell the card, it's literally because the market is always changing. The card prices are always changing. The card, the supply and demand of cards are constantly changing. One day everyone wants your cards. One day people will cut their fucking leg off to buy your cards. And the next day, like that, people will try to sell you the same card back because they don't want it. So please, when I say something and then the next day I say, by the way, do this, it's not because I'm changing my opinion to fuck with you. It's literally because card prices change that fast in this game. I'm not sure what game you guys play, but in Yu-Gi-Oh, one day those cards could be $20, the next day it could be $7. The changes are quick, and if you're not moving fast enough, you're gonna lose money. If you're sticking to your principles, holding those lines at $20 and going, this card's to go back to go back to $20. That mentality, you're not gonna realize the fact that those lines is gonna go down in value if it was to go back up in value. It just is what it is. It's supply and demand. It's basic want. And for someone to go, hey man, I think diagrams. I can't believe what you said about diagrams getting changed. You went back to what you said. Yes, because at the time I said it was at 3. I firmly believe it was 3. Now I'm saying it's gonna go to 1 because I firmly believe it's gonna go to 1. So hopefully that clears all the air up. I'm not trying to insult or call anybody out, at all. But I just want to get everyone on the same boat as where I am, as far as when I say something's going to be changing and like another day or two later I go, you're going to want to sell it. It's literally because I believe that card price is going to go down. That card's not going to be wanted as much. The supply is too high. And I want you guys watching, if you do have the cards, using my knowledge to maybe impact the way you do your trades, maybe impact the way you buy and sell cards. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. If you could take my knowledge or you cannot take my knowledge. You can watch my videos and go, he's fucking wrong. Those alliances are going to be $1 cards. I'm selling all mines. You could totally do that. And please, if you could try doing that, but I'm in this, by the way, buying and selling cards because this is my job. I'm in this trading all the time because this is what I do. So you could not believe what I do, and that's totally fine. But I'm not in this game. I'm not in the trading and selling game. Besides me playing it to lose money, I'm not in this to get fucked over. I'm in this to make money. I'm in this to do good. I'm in this to have a deck that I don't have to spend $800 on because I have a lot of cards because I invested cards early. That's what I'm in this for. And once again, I'm not trying to shit on nobody. I respect everyone's opinion, and I truly think that you guys have a lot of insight. In fact, a lot of these cards in the end of this video are cards that weren't even my idea. They're posted on the YuGiOh Market Watch Facebook page. If you're not on it, definitely check it out. But I just think that's what it is. Let's move forward, okay? By the way, I just want to show real quickly. The decklist of Magicians came second place. Recently, it was a 37 Duel Off local tournament. And he ran, once again, he ran Duels Alliance, and he ran the Magician variant. It was really interesting, guys. Definitely check it out if you haven't checked it out. And here also you can see the Grinder Golem, like I talked about before. One Blackwing Gofu. You know, really interesting stuff right here. But guys, this is the deck I was talking, one of the decks I was talking about. I'm not sure if it was the same as House of Champs, but it was also interesting. Another thing he ran, by the way, I'm gonna talk about, and the only reason why I'm talking about it, because he ran 3 Full Force Virus. He ran 3 Struggling Battle as well, but 3 Full Force Virus. It's now a 287. If you guys don't have this card, or you guys don't even look to train this card at your locals, you're doing it wrong. I'm dead serious. I'm trying to get you into the ground level, and I know if this card, if this card's not reprinted in Megatins, and even if it is, I think it's going to open value. But if it's not reprinted in Megatins, if I find out it's not reprinted in Megatins, I have 9 right now. I'm probably gonna buy it at 18. That's how positive I am in this. If it is reprinted in Megatins, people are gonna go, "Oh, you lost money." No, I didn't. I'm gonna keep it, and I probably might buy Megatin ones just as much because I think this card's gonna be going up in value in the future. Up next, let's talk about Ghost Reaper and the Cherries. This card has tanked in price, even though in the OCG we're seeing decks that come in first place play 3 of this. It's just the market is so weird right now as far as this card goes. But looking back at it, you know, first edition name it's coming at about $11. There's 2 new available after that. It's got a limited name it, and then next first edition name it's gonna run about $12. So it's relatively cheap compared to what it is. I think people are speculating because of the Megatins reprints, because it's in Shining Victories that this card's likely going to get reprinted. I agree. I think it's gonna get reprinted, but I still like to say if you're like me, you're gonna want the cigarette first editions. Up next is in down Ultimate Rare. The only reason I'll talk about this card, by the way, it went down more in price point, and I think amongst all the YuGiOh community, we know that ABCs is going to be a good viable deck. It might even be a good viable post-ban list, but in pre-ban list, it's going to be a good deck to get, especially with the new link stuff, and you can go on Facebook and watch combos, and go on YouTube and see all the combos. Now, let's not even talk about lightly played, let's talk more about moderately played. Moderately played is coming at about $5 right here, boo 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 boo, all over the place. That's my $5 noise. Boo 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 boo. $6 for lightly played right here, guys. Obviously, it's not near mint, but it's an OT system down, and if ABC's become a real strong, viable deck, OT system down for $5-6, yeah, it's a pretty good price. Honest is another card I want to talk about. It's starting to go up in value. That's the only reason I'm talking about it. It's being used in Tricksters, and it's going to be used in Magic Bullets. It's guaranteed going to be used in Magic Bullets. I just bought 2 of these not long ago. I spent a little over, ooh, God, how much I spent on these? I think I spent $40, $50, $60, I think, on 2 of these. First edition, I think moderate plate I got. But guys, look at it. Unlimited, it's about $18. $18 for unlimited lightly played. So for $38, you get your Ghost Honest if you want your Ghost Honest. It depends on the player. I'm trying, and I do these market watches both to the super competitive player, to the rarity whores, to the collectors, to the casual. I'm trying to talk to all of you guys, but this is more or less to my rarity whore friends. Hi, I'm on crack too with you guys to the rarity whores. Now let's look at Quick Booster quickly because I got a lot of flack for talking about Quick Booster Ultimate Rare. I talked about it. And it spiked hard, and someone ran it into the buyout, and now look at the price. By the way, I just want to say something. A lot of people coming to me after the Quick Booster buyout when the whole controversy was going on, and people were going to me and going, "Hey man, Quick Booster went up in price. I missed the boat. It sucks." And I go, "Don't worry about it. You go on the YuGiOh Market Facebook group, you might be able to see it." But I know a lot of people PM me, and I said, "Don't worry about it. Quick Booster price will go back down. Magic Bullets aren't out yet. Even if Magic Bullets are announced, Quick Booster's price is not going to maintain, what was it, $10 I think, or $25 or whatever it was for OT Quick Boosters. It's not going to maintain that price point. The market cannot sustain having a card bought on speculation for so long on an archetype that wasn't even announced. I knew it was going down. I told everybody, just wait, it'll go back down. They watch my other previous market watches. You hear me talking to other people saying, Quick Booster, that card's going down. That card cannot be at that price point. It just cannot happen. And as you see here, guys, it's $268 for unlimited, $379, roughly $4 for first edition in mint. Everyone went in too hard. I would say a lot of people watch my content, or even Phantasm Gaming, the store, has 43 of them coming out 546. This card's gonna go lower, by the way. This card's gonna be hitting back to $2, maybe $3 for ulti quick booster for first editions, by the way. And I think that's the price point you might want to pull the trigger on. You wait longer on it. You know, Magic Bullets are not announced as far as when we're getting them. So I mean, it's up to you guys. But this card price was going down. It jumped up because everyone jumped on the boat. Because I made a video and I said this is a good price. It was 17 cents for ulti. 17 cents for the OTs, and everyone jumped on it. Not my fault that people like to see a good deal and jump on it. I talk about a lot of cards, and out of all these cards, maybe one of them goes up in value a little bit, and people think I'm hyping cards. It's hilarious. Anyway, Summon Limit was a card that was, it's $2, 2 and change. A viewer hit me up on my channel, on my Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch, and we talked for a while. And he said, hey, listen, I just want to let you know, I think Summer Limit's a good card. And I'm like, let's talk about it. And we talked about it for a while, and I go, you know what? You convinced me. I think Summer Limit's a good card. I think it can be ran in a lot of decks. I think it's a great card. Sure. I did it. House of Champs did a video talking about it, I think, for a little bit, and then Mega Capo G does a video saying, I got a good idea, guys. And then YuGiOh comes out of nowhere and does an idea and goes, you know what, Mega Capo G? That's a good idea. Anyway, Summer Limit's a great card, guys. If you don't have this card, you might want to consider just getting a playset. Obviously, it went up to $2. It was literally like a quarter card. It went up to like the $2 mark. I don't think it's going to go super high. I don't think it's going to spike as crazy, but it is something really interesting. It did come out only in Light and Destruction. There are still about 3 pages left of Summer Limit. I think there's a lot available on eBay. I doubt there's going to be a buyout on this card. But you never know, it could happen. Up next, let's talk about Toon Table Contents. By the way, it's either Quick Booster or Toon Table Contents are the cards that we're seeing a lot in Magic Bullets. I'm seeing Quick Booster because it's more chainable, but Toon Table Contents, you can't ignore the fact that it's still like a $3 rare, almost $4 rare, $8 gold rare, $3 to $4 common, and then the Tournament Pack 6 super rares are $16 over here and $28 over here. The problem is these have been like this for a long while. These haven't changed in price point. I mean, obviously there might have been a buyout that I'm not aware of, but when I came to look at these cards a while ago, I still saw these two available here. So I just want to give you guys that information as far as that. Up next, Miss Valley Apex Avion. Now this card is flatline as far as price point movement. So limited image coming about $8.47, so near $9. This is a card that has had a previous history of going up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think $8.47 is a little bit too expensive still. I would like to buy this card in at 6 to dual terminal. Looking at Secret Rare though, let's check on Secret for a second. Secret Rare from Hidden Arsenal looks like it's declining in value, which is really nifty. $6.50 unlimited limits coming about $6, so $7 for unlimited roughly. For first editions, you're paying about $7 as well right here. The other one's $8 for a dual terminal. I say go dual terminal, guys. If you want to go on this, just wait till it's around $6 mark. Hopefully, if it's still in there. But this card, like I said, has a history going up and down in price point. It's something I definitely say consider you want to check out as far as trade fodder in the future. Next, Cockadoodle-Doo. Someone wanted me to talk about this card on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch. I don't think this card's going up in value. Not the fact that it was a Megaton card. Not the fact that there's only 8 here and there's 17 here. It's the fact that this card, even though it's being used in Japan, using maybe one of this card, not much of this card is being used in Japan, and this card isn't as crazy. But something really interesting still, though, is once Koshiji sells us one of this, it's gonna be a $3 card from 2014 Megatons pack. Mega Fruit. Judgment of Light has it for $1.29. I mean, you still have a lot of price points here, guys. 1 second. And you can see price point increasing. Like, people are going in on this card, but I don't think it's a good investment. I think it's a wasted investment. Even though you have a lot of these coming in, the price point's about to spike on this card. All right, so I'm just telling you guys right now, price point gonna spike. I don't think it should be like that. I don't think this price point should rise, but it's gonna spike. I don't know myself, please. I have no idea about that fucking card. Potter Iris Ultimate Rare. I think people are starting to go in on this card, and you can still go on this card. You got Molly Play about $15. It's a little bit too expensive. Lightning Plate's coming in about $18 for unlimited, guys. But the reason I think people are starting to go on this card because in the OCG they have one. They've had one for a while. I think in the TCG we're looking to have one. Hopefully that's what a lot of players are looking to have with the balance. Ultimate Rare Potter Iris is the highest rarity Potter Iris, and that's what people are going in on. That's why you're starting to see the card price, even though it is stabilizing. Obviously, from what I can see, it's been increasing. There's only 2 pages left on TCG Player 2. Up next, Eradicate Epidemic Virus. This is another nifty card. This is when Vendreads were announced, right around here. And this card went up, stabilized, and then went up, and then stabilized. I'm going to go on a whim and say this card's about to go up and stabilize for another while. And I think that's because people are looking at, I think it's Vendreads. I could be wrong. But, I said it before. All the virus cards always have play sometime during any meta. And that might be a blanket statement. It might be a really cop-out kind of statement, but it's the truth. Look at the history of our meta and see Eradicate Epidemic Virus, Deck Devastating Virus, and even Full Force Virus. It's going to have play, and you're going to see it being played, and you're going to see its price reflect that. First edition damage is $21. That's pretty nuts. Looking into stuff like Model Played, Near Mint's started coming in around $28. It's a pretty expensive card, guys. So if you could trade for this at locals, please go ahead and do so. Another card I was mentioning on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch Facebook page was Force Back. The reason I mentioned it because Heavily Played's coming in almost about $6. And another Heavily Played's coming in about $8. So evidently there's some kind of buyout on Force Back Ultimate Rare, guys. I'm just passing the word around to you guys. Do I think this card's viable? It's hard to tell. It depends how big Solemn Strike. If Solemn Strike gets obliterated, I think Psalm Strike Force Back might have some play in the future. It could be, the thing is, if Psalm Strike gets obliterated and we get more, we get distributed at 3 or 3 composed to the Book of Moon, I'd go over that. I go with that over that Force Back. But I just want to let you guys know, Force Back's a card that just recently got bought out on TCG Player, and it might be bought out other places as well. Next week, preparation of rights. I discussed this before, but I just want to show you guys again. I think this card's going to get hit in the balance. This is a broken card. We have preparation of rights at 1. Why the hell would we not have preparation of rights? Be at 3. I have 3 of these myself, guys, but I think this is going to be hit. I'm very confident it's going to be hit. Up next, Exiled of the Wicked. Gold Series, common, boom. You got rare from Tournament Pack 4, but Tournament Pack 2 super rare, that's been bought out. Market price was stabilizing around $10 for super rare from Tournament Pack 2. Hopefully you guys have this. I have one of these somewhere, and someone asks, is this good against Magi Bullets because they're all fiends? It says destroy all face of fiend muscles on the field. I don't know. We have Regeki. We have Dark Hole. What? Like I said, I just want to pass the word on to you guys. That's pretty hilarious. You know, another card that was like that from which one was Warrior Elimination, and then there's the spell which one I forgot to call it already. But let's look at Warrior Elimination for a quick second. It's $6, and then it goes into $38. That's insane. So if you want to do a buyout of a card, okay, right here. Here it is, Last Day of Witch. Let me just click on that for a quick second, guys. Duels League promo, Last Day of Witch. Oh, it wasn't a tournament. I thought it was a tournament pack card, but evidently it was Duels League promo. Never mind, but still. Warrior Elimination? Yeah, if you guys want to go in and buy this right now, $6. And after the $6, it goes up to $38. You want to make free money? There. My present to all you guys watching this market watch 31 minutes into the video. You guys are badasses, by the way. Median Time Lord Return to Bling is about $3. The Super Rare is about $3, and the Secret is $7. I don't know why it's going up. It could be Time Lord .hype. It jumped up a little bit, and then it stabilized. So there it is right there, guys. I don't know why. Up next is Corridor Agony. Now, I misspoke when I said this card was from the extra deck. It's actually from the main deck. And when the minute I said that, everyone's like, oh, it's from the main deck. You see, this card is bad. No. I still think this card's fucking good. It came out in the Shining Darkness. I believe it was a short print, but it came out in the Shining Darkness. This is a really good card. Nobody's looking at this card. And just because I misspoke about one effect, it's like saying, it's like having Vanity's Emptiness and going, yeah, Vanity's Emptiness, it just negates everything until it gets MST'd. Well, no, actually, if something goes from the field to the graveyard, the card actually goes to the graveyard. So, therefore, the card's garbage. Oh, wait a minute, the card became $75 like that. I'm just telling you guys and getting you guys information on cards that are short print that are really good at negating, that are controlling the field. And I think Corridor Agony is a great card. I really do think that, guys. And you know, some people might disagree, and a lot of people might hate me because I really did misspeak about the card. But looking at the card right now, guys, we have a lot of pages of it, guys. It's a lot available right now. And the reason I'm showing you this, because it's not going to be around for long. You know, there's 22 over here. There's one over here at 22 cents. There's another one over here at 24 cents. And if you look, there's a lot of one-ups, And let's see, do I have any more? This guy's 54 of them, which is really nifty. Real good deal. Has 54 of them, about 75 cents. I'm just letting you know, guys, I don't think this card's going to be around at this low price point for a long while. I'm just giving you a heads up. Don't say anything to warn you. And when the card spikes up in value, don't get angry at me because I'm hyping a card. Get angry at yourselves because you didn't see the hype happen. Up next, Royal Surround. Another person talked about this card. Said Royal Surround, but could it be good in the future? Could it be good against I guess I thought it was against true YuGiOh decks, and it's really interesting. Let's read it real quickly, guys. This card can only be activated when the opponent activates a continuous trap card and negate the activation and destroy it. I don't think it's gonna be good, guys. I don't think it's gonna be a crazy blowout card, but it's insanely cheap, and that's what I like to see in a card. It's $2 for unlimited near mint. First edition near mint's gonna run you about, what was that, $3-4, and there's only, well, actually no, my bad. Unlimited near mints, 67 cents. Jesus. First edition near mint. First edition near mint. I mean, you got like play right there for like $1.50. First edition near mint's gonna run you about $4. Guys, I mean, it's a really cheap Ultimate Rare card, and I'm telling you right now, since Konami's facing Ultimate Rares, I don't know if they're gonna bring it back. I think they're gonna bring it back in the future, but right now they're not bringing it back. This card only came out in Lost Millennium. I really do think it's a card that's for a cheap price, not bad pickup. The last card we're going to talk about today is Power Filter. Now, this was a card that was talked in the YuGiOh Mark Watch Facebook group. And by the way, I just want to say, if you're not part of the YuGiOh Mark Watch Facebook group, you're not getting all these amazing cards. Literally, this card was talked about 2 days before I made this video. By the time you see it, might be officially going into the 3rd day. If you're not part of the YuGiOh Mario Kart Facebook group, you're fucking yourself on great cards that could be bought out before I even mention them on camera to you guys. Powerful those cards that says neither player may special monsters with 1,000 or less attack. Amazing. Only came out in the Duelist Genesis. Look at this card spiked down in value. It's spiked down in value. Unlimited Lightning Plate is $1.21. First edition Lightning Plate is $1.22. I mean, near mint $1.38. First edition near mint $1.40. Like, are you kidding me? There's a bunch of pages left of this card right now, but there's another phenomenal card that was brought to the YuGiOh Mario Kart Facebook group. I think this card might be the next big card as well. I think this card might be bought out. I'm personally gonna buy after this video. As this video is uploading, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna buy just a playset for myself. I'll be straight with you guys. I think this is a great card, and I think this is a card that was always a great card. It's just it didn't fit in the right deck, and I think we might be entering a meta where it's just fitting in the right deck, guys. This is amazing. This makes special summon 1,000 less attack. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to hype the card up too much, but when someone talked about this, I was like, that's really cool. And it's a continuous spell card, so it can be used in true Draco style deck, so it could just fuck your opponent over. Really nifty card, guys. Anyway, that's what it is, guys. If you haven't checked my Patreon, definitely check out my Patreon out. A lot of these videos will be uploaded normally on Patreon first, within a couple of hours to 24 hours. It'll be uploaded to you guys. If you go on Patreon, you get it ad-free if you want to check that out. Another thing I just want to say, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I probably should say in the beginning of the video. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, definitely subscribe. I know these market watches are really long, and I'm going to try to do some short ones in the future. I had a lot to talk about. I wanted to talk about what you can invest in the upcoming meta, and I hopefully got almost everything. There's probably more I missed, but I'll probably do a couple of shorter market watch videos in the future, guys. There's a ton of shit I want to talk about, and a ton of reasons why I feel some cards you want to buy, some cards you want to sell. Anyway, like I said, definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Definitely comment and talk whether you agree, disagree, if you want certain cards, you don't want certain cards. Let me know in the comment section below, because I read all your comments, guys. And I appreciate you guys. It's your boy, YuGiOh Duelist, vctrfs. Subscribe my videos. That's my 2 cents.